Next topic is Ampere circuital law. This law can be written as integral b dot dl equal to mu naught I. Here this integral have a closed circle. This refers the closed loop and that is known as the Amperian loop. This integral b dot dl equal to mu naught I, where I is the current enclosed by this Amperian loop, and this current is given as the sum of the conduction current IC and the displacement current ID, where this displacement current ID is equal to epsilon naught d phi e by dt, and here this phi e is the electric flux. In this expression, this b dot dl, if we open this dot product, it can be written as b cos theta into dl, where theta is the angle between b and dl, and this b cos theta is the tangential component of the magnetic field B along the Amperian loop. So it can be written as this b dot dl can be written as bt dl. Ampere law holds for the steady currents. It does not applicable if the current is fluctuating with time, and Ampere law consider the open surface with boundary at which elementary length is taken as dl. Ampere law to Biot-Savart's law is similar to as the Gauss law is related to the Coulomb's law. We choose the Amperian loop in such a way that at each point of the loop, either this is the first point, B is tangential to the loop, that means theta between the field B and the elementary length dl is 0 degree, or it should be that B is normal to the loop, it means theta equal to 90 degree, and third is if B vanishes or B is 0. Using these conditions satisfied by the Amperian loop, the problem gets simplified. Take some example. Example 1 is to find the magnetic field due to a straight infinite current carrying wire. So in the figure, this wire is the infinite length wire which carry the current I, and we have to find the magnetic field at a point which has a perpendicular distance from the wire as r. So we draw a Amperian loop through the point, and it is a circular loop which has the cylindrical symmetry for the infinite wire. The field will be always tangential to the each point of the loop as per the right hand rule. Therefore, we can say this dB and dl both are in same direction, that means theta is 0 degree. So applying the Ampere's law, integral b dot dl, it will be equal to mu naught I. Opening this integral, we will have this b which is along the elementary length, so angle cos 0 degree into dl, it equal to mu naught, and current enclosed by the Gauss, this Amperian loop is I, because it is enclosing this wire, therefore current is I. And cos 0 is 1 and B is constant in terms of magnitude, so it is taken out, and integral dl equal to mu naught I. This integral dl is for the whole Amperian loop which is circular of radius r, therefore its value is 2 pi r. Hence we can write B into 2 pi r equal to mu naught I, or B equal to mu naught by 2 pi into I by r. So this is the formula for the magnetic field due to a straight infinite current carrying wire. This is the magnitude, and direction is given by right hand rule, which states that direction of magnetic field is in the circular form and given by the tangent at the particular point. Example 2 is to find the magnetic field due to a straight infinite current carrying wire of cross section A. Here in the figure, this is a wire which has the cross section A, that means its radius is A, and it's carrying the current I over this cross section, and we have to find the magnetic field at a point which is either at the inside of the wire or outside. So we choose 2 points. One is the P, which is at a distance small r, and another is point which is inside the wire, it is point Q. So for point P, we can say r is greater than A, and for Q, r is less than A. Therefore, we have to find the magnetic field at this point using the Ampere's law. So using the Ampere's law for r greater than A, that means point is laying outside the wire, we apply integral b dot dl equal to mu naught I. This is the Ampere's law. and we have chosen a circular Amperian loop. For that, integral b cos 0 degree, because field will be tangential and elementary length is over the circular loop is also tangential, so angle between these two is 0 degree, and dl, that will equal to mu naught, because this Amperian loop, when r is greater than capital A, enclose whole wire, therefore it enclose total current I. So it can be written as b is constant in magnitude, so it's taken out, and integral cos 0 is 1, so remaining is dl, and it is equal to mu naught I. Hence we can write b equal to b into 2 pi. Now the length of this Amperian loop is 2 pi r when r is the radius, so it is mu naught I, or we can say b equal to mu naught by 2 pi into I by r. This is the magnitude of the magnetic field when point is outside the wire and direction is along the tangent on the circular loop as given by the right hand rule. Now take the another case when r is less than a, that means point is laying inside the wire. So we can write using the Ampere's law, this is integral b dot dl equal to mu naught I. Now we take a point on the Amperian loop of radius r, we can write integral b dl cos of 0 degree. Again here b and dl are parallel, so angle between them is 0 degree as both are along the tangent, and it is equal to mu naught. Now what is the current enclosed by the Amperian loop? As total current is I, and this current is distributed over the cross section pi a square. An Amperian loop has the cross sectional area pi r square. So this pi and pi will get cancelled. Hence we can write b is constant in magnitude is taken out. Integral dl cos 0 is 1. It is equal to mu naught I by a square into r square. This integral dl is 2 pi r. It is the total length of the Amperian loop, which is equal to the circumference. So b will be equal to mu naught by 2 pi, and this one of the r is get cancelled, so we can write mu naught by 2 pi I by a square into r. This is the magnetic field. Again this field will be along the tangent on the Amperian loop. Here we can see from these two cases, if r is greater than a, then we can say b is inversely proportional to r. It is a hyperbola curve if we draw the b versus r, while in case of r less than a, this b is proportional to r and it is a straight line. So we draw the graph here, taking the b on the y-axis and r on the x-axis. This graph, b is proportional to r when r is less than small a, then we get a straight line. So this is a straight line graph, and at the surface, that is on the wire, where r equal to a, the value becomes mu naught into 2 pi into I by a. And after that, this magnetic field reduces inversely proportional to 1 by r. So it is a hyperbolic curve. So this is the graph for the magnetic field due to a straight infinite current carrying wire of cross section A.